Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram and I am coming to you live from the Hive on a Monday afternoon. It's February 13th. I have a little surprise for you guys. We have Tigger here. Tigger's been spending a lot of time with me this past week and he has been hanging out with me here. So we're trying something new. He's a little bit lonely these days and he's hanging out with me here. So I'm not quite sure how this is all going to work, but we're going to give it a try. He's very cuddly and wants to be by me all the time, which is perfectly fine, especially with losing Honey. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. If you guys think I can multitask, here's the ultimate multitasking. Can you keep track of your children while you're working? So I know he is going to be roaming around, which he kind of has been doing. But if I hear that he starts to start batting any of my stuff around, I'm going to maybe have to go take him and put him inside. But we'll see. Hi, Cindy Runtree. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Cindy Hutchings and Dawn Ablett. Hi, Donna Grushke and Mary Carls. Oh, hi, Hilda Nell. Hi, Deb Norman. Yes, Tigger's here. I don't know exactly, he usually just chills and plays with his little toys on the floor, but I think you guys, if you can see him, he's like, oh, right over there somewhere. Right, Tigger? Okay, he jumped down. So I've been leaving the door open to here through the garage to the house so that he can go back and forth. Hi, Kimberly Cronauer. My mom and I were working in here one day last week, and he just was chilling with us. So he no longer has his little Honey by his side, and he is just wanting more love and attention, and that's okay. Hi, Francis Rodriguez. Yes, he is stamping now. Oh, Deb Norman, thanks for reminding us to hit the thumbs up. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Hi, Judy Sharp. I will have my fans full, yes. So you guys are going to have to tell me if he's doing anything in the background and I'm not seeing it, but he absolutely loves to sit in front of windows. And the window that he loves is that bay window right there. Hi, Jeannie Parker. Hi, Pat Mater. Hi, Bonnie Kemen. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Hi, Karen Wetstein. He absolutely loves the bay window over there. And he has found the window over on the wall over here. And he just loves staring at the birds. So, yeah. So, all right. I'm finding the video as well. Yay, I found it. Deb had said to don't forget to hit the thumbs up so that we have that. Hi, I think somebody else just joined. It was Betty Pyle. Hi, Betty Pyle. So we are going to be doing the Let's Just Stamp card class today while we watch Tigger, maybe, and see how that goes. We're a lot better this week than last week, you guys. Hi, Connie Moore. I'll tell you. Oh, that was a rough last week. You guys, if you've ever lost anybody near and dear to your heart, which I believe most of us probably have, or a pet near and dear to our heart, it is a rough experience, a rough time in our lives. So this week is better than last week. I can at least talk to you guys without crying and tearing up. So we did make it through class last week, Thursday, and it went fine. I'm okay with it. I'm not... I did cry, so if that was too much, you can always fast forward. That's all I say. If you don't want me to watch me, you can always fast forward to the card making and everything is good. So yes, Deb Norman is on a cruise, you guys. She's in Freeport, Bahamas. Yay, woohoo. So that should be fun. I hope you have a good time. Lots of fun in the sun. So back on track a little bit better this week, you guys. It's still rough. It's still hard. It's not even a week that Honey's been gone, and it feels like it's been 3 months. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Hi, Doral from California. But that is exactly, it feels like it was 3 months ago. And it feels like so much has happened. And there's just, yeah, it's crazy. So, but we're doing okay, you guys. Thinking about what is best for Tigger. We're thinking about bringing another cat. He has a brother that was born in the same batch. And we're thinking about bringing him or bringing a little sister. It's not a true sister, but a cat that was born right around the same time by a different mother on my parents' farm. So we're talking about if we should bring another little kitten for Tigger, so he has a play buddy. So yeah, life moves on. Doesn't make it any easier. I get that. It still is hard. But that's what life is about, right? That's about the journey and getting through it together. So you guys, overwhelming response of all the comments from that post and the cards. I have cards to share with you guys today too. So I'll share those with you. Hi, Linda Hall. So let's do that. Let's just see. I do have some Happy Mail. We're going to go through Happy Mail. What I'm working on today, I just was cutting paper upstairs, you guys. I am in the process of cutting paper we're kitting up ink, paper, scissors this week. We're kitting up the sale-a-bration Hoorah Rah, and we're kitting up the monthly technique class that I do with Rose. And so that's what's on the docket. So cutting lots of paper today, and then I have club class tonight with my monthly club, my other club class. So lots of stuff going on. If anybody has emailed me in the last, since basically Thursday, I am a little behind on emails. We took some time for ourselves this weekend and hung out with some friends that were celebrating some different birthdays. And so I just stayed off of email a bit. And so if you do have that, you've emailed me or reached out to me and you're waiting for an answer, I'm getting to it. I always get caught up, but I didn't get caught up before I started cutting paper today, but yay. So, all right, I'm gonna flip the camera down, you guys, so you can see what I've got for some Happy Mail. Oh, I might have some crying. I'm not sure how I'll feel about this, but I'm going to share the cards that you guys have been sending me for honey, and I really appreciate it. This one's from Christina Bernard's Happy Valentine's Day card. This is that Sweet Talk designer series paper from last year, and this was the punch that's in the current catalog. It's scalloped contour die here around the edge. So a really pretty Valentine's Day card from Christina. And this one is from Jean and Mark Terwilliger from Pennsylvania. I met Jean and Mark, and Tyler did too, when we went down to, or over, I should say, over to Maryland in September. And so Jean sent me a really pretty kitty card that has the rainbow behind, like they crossed the rainbow bridge. So I appreciate that. This ticket is actually from the Hey Sports Fan ticket die that we had from last May. That was the sweet class last May. Cats leave paw prints on our hearts and sharing in your sorrow. This card comes to us from Randy Schultz. I thought it was really pretty. This ribbon is pretty. I'm not even sure if it's a retired Stampin' Up, but it's a very soft, soothing crumb cake color. It's really pretty. Very pretty sentiment. And this was a Valentine's Day card. And this one's from Deb Norman. This is that cat set that's in the mini catalog, using some of the balmy blue ribbon with the white mixed in with it. That oval punch is in the annual catalog, and some of the country floral paper with the pastel gems on this one. So very pretty, Deb. Thank you so much. So you guys, if you recall, I put a little post out. Hi, Sherry Martin. In Facebook, you guys, when I was down in Florida a couple weeks ago, I put a post out there. Let's see if I'm going to show it to you really quick. Let's see if I can get in here to my page. I shared a picture with you to the entire community. Let's see if I get into Cards by Christine and go to photos, and it will be a more recent, let's see where photos are. They're with videos and photos maybe? Photos, there they are. So there's a photo here. There's a lot of honey, but this picture right here, you guys. So I shared this and I said, who's going to make a pretty card with this inspiration from Venice Beach? Okay. So I had lots, there was comments, and one lady took it to the next level and she took the challenge. She likes to put fun. What was the word you said, Mary? You put fun in functional? No, fun. You said it to me this morning, but Mary created a card and she sent this, came to me in the mail today. She took my photo, she cropped out some of the people, and she made it look like it was me sitting in front of the beach or on the beach sitting in front of the sunset. So it was awesome. So she says, thankful for you on the inside. So she took that challenge and she made me a beautiful card with the inspiration from that. So I love it. I love it. So that was very cool. The sunset was just so gorgeous, you guys, and I had to share it with you. Hi, Carol Alanis. All right, so that's my beach card from Mary. And then this one is sorry for the loss of your furry friend. This is from Melody Miller. It is so true, you guys. Pets leave prints on our hearts that they never go away. They don't. I definitely agree. This one is from Miss Cheryl Taylor, a thinking of you card too, for the loss of honey. I love purple, so she sent me a little pretty purple card. And hi, Suzanne Neild. Yay, excited for today. Here's another rainbow card with a little kitten on it. Pets leave paw prints on our hearts. That is the same stamp. I don't know where that stamp came from, but it is a perfect stamp for a sympathy card for a pet. And this one comes to me from Mary Lou Moss. Sorry for the loss of our furry friend, Honey. This one comes to us from Tracy Sorge. And this also was another little one. So sorry to hear about the loss of Honeybee. It was so sweet what she wrote too. Honeybee's life was filled with happiness as much as she filled ours. Even though she was with us a short time, pets always make their way into your heart. And time will ease the pain, and Tigger will need you all the more now. So, yeah, so true, Tracy. And that's why Tigger is out here roaming around, so he's not alone inside. Hi, Sherry Everett. This one is from Ed and Deb Norman, and she also said that she can't imagine what we're going through, and we do become deeply attached to our sweet kitties, and that she's thinking of us as well. So that card, I recognize that card, Deb. It was from Sun Prince class, and this card is from Sherry Martin, and she definitely threw the purple on for me. And with loving sympathy, these are some of those little swirls from the Fitting Florets, and so she also wrote, I've been thinking about you each day, sending you a much needed hug. Hang in there, Sherry. So, oh, Sherry, thank you so much for this beautiful card too. It's that ombre paper, it looks like, from Sale-a-bration. I could be wrong, but it looks like that ombre paper that we had. So, yeah. So Deb Norman just wrote on the thread here that she would love to know where those pets sentiments came from. Cats leave paw prints in our hearts. And then there is, it's hard to say goodbye to such a sweet companion. That was a good sentiment. And then this one right here, I believe, was the pet. So Melody Miller, I know you watch a bunch, so I don't know if you want to reach out to me and tell me where. And then this one is Mary Lou, I think. Mary Lou, you watch a lot too. If you want to you guys want to let me know where those come from. I know that it's always good to have good pet sentiments like that. So, all right, you guys, see, I not that it doesn't hurt and not that the pain is gone, but I'm getting better, not crying. And it's okay to cry. I do know that. I was just talking to Deb Norman about it. It's okay to cry, but I don't feel the need to have to cry all the time. It was a lot of crying last week. I definitely cried my share for a very long time. But we're here, and we get through things. Some harder than others, but somebody said that they wrote in one of the comments that the bigger the grieving or the longer it takes to grieve, just the more love there is. And you know, I'll tell you, 4.5 years ago when I lost Summer, I still grieve her. It's 4.5 years. So, they stay with us forever. I have a little my mom or my friend Mandy, they get me a little stone, and it says, no longer by my side, but forever in my heart. And that is very true, always in our hearts, you guys. So we have the Let's Just Stamp card class today. You guys, we're going to be making those sweet citrus cards. And I'm looking in the camera here. I have a reverse camera here, so if you see me looking that way, I normally look at you guys, but I'm looking to see if I see Tigger in the background. He has access to run all the way back into the house, so he very well could be there, or he could be in my mudroom, but we'll see if he makes another guest appearance. So he did, for those of you that joined in a little bit late, he was in the first 30 seconds of the video. So, all right. We have Let's Just Stamp. We're going to do the Sweet Citrus cards. This is the class that's geared towards beginners, but I'll tell you, I have lots of people that take this class that aren't beginners. We try to focus on not using a die cutting machine or an embossing machine with these cards, because when you're a beginner and you first start out, you don't always have those tools. And I always include in this video, in the description, I always put a link to a video that I did back in July of last year, 2 years ago, 2021. Diane Vogenhagen and I started this series, the Let's Just Stamp series. Actually, it was Tyler's idea. He's like, in the beginning, when I first started teaching classes, I started off with a beginner's class. And my beginners became no longer beginners. And so they were wanting to do a beginner's class. And so I phased out that beginner's class. And a few years went by, and Tyler said to me, "You have really difficult cards. You have lots of layers and lots of stuff going on. And how is that supposed to be warming and welcoming to somebody who's just starting?" So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you're right." But I'm like, I don't have more time on my calendar to add more classes, really. And so Diane Bogenhagen and I designed this class together, and she teaches the in-person version on date night, Tuesday night, once a month, and then I do the online version on a Monday afternoon. And it used to be, you guys, on a Sunday afternoon when I worked full-time, and now I'm able to do this class at 1 o'clock on Mondays, because that seems to fit with my schedule, because I just don't have any more nights and weekends to do classes. And so that's how this became, and we always pick a stamp set that has, we try to pick a stamp set that has focal images and it has sentiments. And if there's a stamp set that we're working with, like in April, we're using two-tone flora and then the something fancy sentiments. So we might use two stamp sets, that one stamp set has all the sentiments and one has all the focal images, because when you're first starting out with stamping, you might not have a lot of stamps either. And so when we do a class like this, we want somebody to have everything within a stamp set. So today is the Sweet Citrus. Now, we do pick stamp sets that have dies with them or potentially embossing folders like this one. So this Sweet Citrus has a hybrid embossing folder and the dies that go with it. And so if you did get this bundle, you are more than encouraged to cut out these images with your die cutting machine versus cutting them by hand. But if you don't have the machine, you can easily cut these out by hand. So just putting that out there. I brought my little mini, because the mini is what you get for free. So if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or on somebody's team at the moment and you're looking to take advantage of the sign-up special, the little mini is what you can get included in your starter kit at a reduced rate. And it's, I wanted to show it to you guys today so that you know how it works. And if you are a demonstrator, you had the opportunity to get that in a pre-order back in January and December. So the blue one anyways, you could get the blue one. There's a blue one and a white one. So we're using the white one tonight. So we're just gonna do roll call really quick, as long as I have my book in front of me. So we can say a hi and a shout out to everybody that is watching. If you're watching live, shout out, say hi. And if you're watching the replay, shout out and say hi. I have been still hearing feedback that some people are not getting logged into their YouTube accounts or their Gmail to watch the videos, and they're not able to comment. That makes me sad a little bit, because I'm not getting as much interaction with people with the transition to YouTube like I used to have on Facebook. But I think overall it has been successful times a lot for the transition to YouTube, but I have lost a few people along the way that might be watching right now but aren't able to comment. If that's one of you, if you fall into that camp, then please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. I'm not a technology person or an IT expert by any means, but I would love to help you figure out how you can get, like, if you get the YouTube app on your phone or your tablet or your computer, and just getting logged in to your Gmail account or your YouTube account. Hi, Anita Myers. You're able to comment then. YouTube doesn't allow you to comment if you're not logged in, because it helps to control the spammers, the trolls, all those people that are soliciting not so good stuff for us, right? So that's why. So I understand that. So if you're one that got lost in the translation, the shuffle or the transition, please reach out to me. I know you think I'm busy. I am busy. I don't deny that, but I always make time to help people that need help. So, all right. So first on our list, we have Miss Julie Bierschbach, Annette Rollin, Vera Anderson, Shirley Malarkey, Susan Bellamy, Mary Carls, Jeannie Parker, Ruth Nicholson, Francis Rodriguez, Donna Grushke, Karen Wetstein, Angela Knutson, Mary Lemke, Sherry Everett, Tundra Hudson, Lynn Beasley, Darrell Hoffaker, Ann Bellinger, Sherry Stewart, Lori Baxter, Laura Sullivan, Suzanne Neild, Sandy Wicklander, Beverly Smith, we have Penny Powell, Cindy Runtree, Vicki Rodriguez, and Anna Schaefer. So yay to all of those people that are taking class with me. That is about 29 people that signed up, and just know I did plan for 44 people. So that means I have a bunch of kits left over, you guys. So if anybody's watching this video now, today, or in the near future, or in the forever future, I will probably have kits of this class available. In fact, I have about 14 to 15, I think there's 15 if I have to count. So if you are interested in getting this class for free with an order, it is always one that's available to get for free if you place a minimum $45 order. If you do 50, you get a sale-a-bration item right now. You can pay for it. Hi, Laura Sullivan. You can pay for it as well. This class is a $15 class with porch pickup, or if you want it mailed, it's $21. And also, this is the class that Diane teaches in person on Tuesday. Hi, Becky Rohr. It's the class that Diane teaches in person Tuesday nights. Normally, she'd be teaching this class tomorrow night. I think she usually does it on the second Tuesday, or maybe it's the third Tuesday, but tomorrow's Valentine's Day, you guys. So she's teaching this class next week, Tuesday night, the 21st. So if you are local to me in the Fond du Lac area, hi, Francis Rodriguez. Francis, I was going through that list, and your name was on there twice with 2 orders, and I don't know if that's right. So we're going to have to look into that if you did sign up for this class twice. You signed up for it way back near the beginning because you were number 9, and now you're number 25. I have it logged with 2 orders. So I need to check with you to see if I should have logged you for the March Let's Just Stamp, or if you in fact wanted 2 of this class. Sometimes people like 2 of the same class, and that's okay. So, but yeah, so next week, then if you're local to me and you want to take this class with Diane, reach out to me and we'll get you signed up on the class sign-up list for that. So yay, that's as easy, you guys. Some of you that are new to me that are just starting to watch and not knowing what the process is, literally all you have to do is text me, call me, Facebook message me, email me, and say you want to sign up for class. Let's get you on the class list first, and then after that we'll figure out, do you want to pay for it or place an order to get it for free if it's eligible to get for free with an order. And then if you want to pay for it, okay, well, what works best for payment, right? So so sometimes I get people that are new to me and they don't know how easy that process is. Like, you guys, the easy button is an amazing thing, and I try to make sure it's as easy as possible for us, because there's a lot of other things that we have to struggle with in life. Let's make signing up for classes easy. All right, so, but yeah, if you're local and want to take the class, Diane's only got 8, I think, that night, so it's a smaller class. And so, well, that might be an average size class. It's a good number. 8's a good number. But if you do want to get signed up, let me know. We'll get you on the list. Anything else? So sale-a-bration is not, the board is not full. We are like maybe 1/3 of the way full of board number 7. So sale-a-bration runs through February 28th. So that is in about 3 weeks? No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Because tomorrow's the 14th minus the 28th. Okay, so we have 2 full weeks of sale-a-bration left. They did add new items to the sale-a-bration grouping, that if you want to get other things besides what's on the original flyer, there's new things that are out of the annual catalog that you can get free with a $50 order or a $100 order. So like the Eden's Garden bundle is free with a $100 order. You get a bundle for free with a $100 order. Like, blows my mind. So that's a good deal if you don't have the Eden's Garden and you want to get it. So we have 2 weeks left of sale-a-bration, and 2 weeks left of the sign-up special. So that sign-up special is if you spend you spend $199, you get $175 worth of product, or if you spend $129, you can get $175 worth of product and that little this little mini machine. That way is better. The little mini machine that's back there, and that we'll use that today. So if anybody is interested, just let me know. I can help you figure it all out. I'm here to help. And I am going to show you, before we get started, the cards that are coming up for next month. So Judy Sharp, I think you're watching. Judy Sharp has been asking me about this class a couple times, and I might have confused people. I know I did to Judy, not intentionally, but in my head, the name of the stamp set that is for next month, you guys, to me, the name of the stamp set was Beauty of the Earth. Okay, so I've had it in my head this entire time that this class is called Beauty of the Earth for Let's Just Stamp next month. And it is, I hear him. I heard him. We might have a sighting. Tigger. Tigger. Oh my God, here he is. Okay, he brought a little gold ball for us. Okay, so he is in here. He's off camera over here, but I was like, I heard him run in here. So he's there. You can see his tail flash through the camera really quick. Oh, Ramona's calling me. So Ramona, I will call you back as soon as we're done here with class. So let's just stamp for next month, you guys, to unconfuse us, hopefully. Just know that the name of the class, I'm going to keep it as Beauty of the Earth. I get it. The stamp set is actually called Beauty of Friendship, There was a suite in the annual catalog last year that was called Beauty of the Earth, and it included designer series paper and a bark embossing folder, I think. And so in my head, the name of the stamp set is called that, and it isn't. It's actually Beauty of Friendship. Hi, baby. It's called A Beauty of Friendship. So let's show you guys. Here's my little Tigger baby. So here's my little guy. He's the little guy. So his name is Tigger in case anybody doesn't know him. And so I have him out here with me playing with his little gold ball because, oh, it's right there. Go get it. It's over there. He's like a little dog, you guys. He likes to play fetch. Oh yeah, there you go. He found it. Yep, it's right here. Oh boy. Here. There he is, ball. Okay. So Diane says he's like a little dog because he likes to play fetch. And so he has Anna Rebedu. Anna Rebedu gave us some stuff for Christmas that were some little balls too. And somebody bought mice, and I know Dawn gave us some things. And so he loves to pick these little gold balls up with his mouth and then carry them around. So there you guys, you can see him down there. He might be just playing around in here while we have class, and I hope you don't mind. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. He needs some company and companionship. So, okay. So Beauty of Earth is going to be the name of the class, but just know it features the Beauty of Friendship stamp set. All right, so in my event, I'm going to change the name of the stamp set to say Beauty of Friendship. But Diane and I designed these last week. You guys, this is my class to honor Honey, I think, because the day that I found out Honey passed away, which was last week, Tuesday, Diane was set to come over to design with me, and she asked if she should come another time, and I said, no, I need to do things. I need to talk and concentrate. And so this class was designed in the midst of finding out about Honey. And so this class is my Honey class here. So there's going to be a fall card here. So these are for next month, you guys. Let's just stamp for next month. So if you don't have the Beauty of Friendship and you have Lovely as a Tree or Rooted in Nature or anything else, it doesn't even have to be a tree. You're going to get like a white piece of paper and you'll stamp on it. And so we've got, that's the inside. That's our fall autumn card. And then the spring summer card looks like this. And so we've got a little tree on there as well. And then we stamped that tree on the inside. And then the other one is our winter card. And this one features more of the blues and the grays kind of. On the inside we've got a little bit of the gray. So let's just stamp. We always do the double matting on the inside. So guys, this is the Beauty of Earth Let's Just Stamp featuring Beauty of Friendship stamp set. So 3 cards is what we're going to do next month for Let's Just Stamp. And as long as I have you, I just sent a reminder about the Queen Bee class, you guys, too. This is filling up. I might have 15 spots left for the ink, paper, scissors for next month. This class is on March 2nd, you guys. So I will run out of this one, I'm pretty sure. So if you do want to get on it, it's better to sign up now rather than later. The ink, paper, scissors is a product-based class. It's $30 for porch pickup or $37 if you want it mailed to you. And it includes the designer series paper, which this big flower stamp here, this isn't a stamp, this big flower image here is actually the designer series paper. So you don't have to worry about having a big flower stamp. It's featuring the Queen Bee. Queen Bee is out of stock. If somebody is a demonstrator and can just, I forgot to look what, the Queen Bee is out of stock at the moment. So you can't order it. But if somebody's a demonstrator and you could just put in the comments here, I forgot to look before we started class, when this Queen Bee is back. I feel like my class is March 2nd and it was like March 14th, so not soon after. So you could always get the class and always make your cards with the replay or watch or make them later on. So I would get signed up for this later. I mean, sooner rather than later, you guys. And I'm going to show you what we have coming up in a couple weeks too, is the Fun Folds class. And I'll be honest with you, I took the registration links off of this class. I think I have 2 kits left and I'm saving them in case anybody wants to sign up in person. But I will be selling the tutorial for this as well in case anybody wants to get the tutorial. Oh, Mary Carls, I didn't look. Wait. I can look really quick. Mary, we'll answer that question really quick. Mary Carls, I did not mark you paid for the Scenic Garden class. And I think you said that's what the check was for Scenic Garden. So this one, you guys, this is our Sale-a-bration Hoorah Rah, doing these 4 fun folds. And again, if you're on my list, As of this morning, I made sure everybody who was registered as of this morning is registered. I took adding the cart. You can't purchase the class anymore on my website, but I'm just giving you guys like a little look-see ahead of what we've got coming up for classes, some fun folds are in our future. So I took the add to cart link off, so you can't pay for it via my website. If you're local to me and you want to sign up for in-person, the March 13th. Okay, so Karen Wetstein just said March 13th. Thank you so much for that, Karen. So it's like within a week and a half after I have the class. So you could always get the bundle from, later and get the class afterwards. So Mary Carl's, no, I did not see that. Unless I'm missing a pile of checks or like mail that I set somewhere, I didn't mark you for Scenic Garden. That Scenic Garden came up a bit too. There's 4 cards we're doing using the Scenic Garden host stamp set, and that is free. If you're on my team, you can buy the cards, or you can place an order. It's up to you what you want if you're on my team. And so that's what Mary Carl's did. I have a lot of my team that are just buying the card kits for me for that one. But if you're not on my team, then I'm offering that class as free with a minimum $50 purchase between March 1st and the 8th. Thanks, Carissa. Hello, by the way. So the Scenic Garden, you can get signed up for it. You just can't place an order to get it free until March 1st. But I believe I still have space for people to place orders to get that class for free. I probably have 10 more spots for that class yet. So thanks, Carol Alanis, Queen Bee 313, March 13th. Awesome. Okay, so Mary too. I will check the mail again tomorrow. My mail already came. My mail, you guys, gets here at 9 o'clock in the morning, very early. So I'll let you know tomorrow, Mary, if it's there or not. Okay, and Laura, yes, send me a quick text about signing up for the class. That would be awesome. Hi, Penny Powell from the Sunshine State. Okay, so you guys, if you're new to stamping and need some more tips and tricks and ideas about paper and inks and all that good stuff, I do encourage you to watch the video that I did back in July of 2021. It's the link to it is it's in Facebook. It's also in YouTube. The link is in the description of this video, and so you can always go catch that. If you're new and you need help, you just reach out. I love to help people get started with stamping if it's a newer hobby that you're starting. You wrote it on February 3rd. So yeah, there has been a little hiccup in the mail system, I think, in the last 2 weeks. There was a lot of weird, crazy weather that went through the nation. I know that people that are getting kits from me, they were delayed by a day or two, and they normally didn't take as long as they did. So, yeah. The other thing, too, and it's happened before, you guys, if I get a check and I go right to the bank, sometimes I don't log it because I'm like, I'm on the way to the bank, I should take it with me. But I don't try to do that very often because I know I've done it a couple of times where I've taken the check and then I didn't log it, and that's not good for me. So I generally don't do that anymore. But hi, Judy Emil. So you can always check your register with your, to see if I did cash it, but I don't think I did. So, yes, so Cindy Runtree, good call on that. Cindy Runtree mailed me a check on September 1st, you guys. September, October, November, December, January, February. Okay, 6 months, almost 6 months. I'm still waiting for Cindy Runtree's check to arrive. So we've since figured it out, but we're just curious when that check will ever appear. You can see Tigger back there. He just happened to run and jump on the table. Yes, so, all right. So we're going to flip the camera down, you guys, and we are going to talk about the sweet citrus really quick. So we are going to make these 3 cards today, and that would be perfect, Mary. Sweet citrus, you guys, there is an index in the back here, and they're in alphabetical order by bundles. So sweet is over here, is on page 49. So we're working in the spring mini catalog here, and it's called Sweet Citrus. And it's photopolymer stamps, and there's hybrid embossing folder, and then dies that go with it. And so that's where you can find it if you're interested in it. And I know some people were on the fence about this one until they got to see it in action. And so this is the set, what it looks like, and then what makes it a hybrid embossing folder is that there's an embossing folder that works in conjunction with the die. And this fits like, let's see which way it goes. So it kind of clicks into place like this, And what happens is you can stamp your paper and then put it through the window here, like put, you know, because you can see where you're placing it. So if you'd like to stamp, the images of the stamps line up exactly with the dies and the embossing folder, and it looks super cool. And when you run this through the embossing folder at the same time with that die in there, it cuts it out and embosses it really cool. So I know that next month, so here's a note for you guys. Next month, I believe it's next month, Rose, Coleman and I do the Technique Club class. And we are featuring Sweet Citrus again for the Technique Club class. That is, I think it's next month. I'm pretty sure it's next month. So there are going to be 3 different cards, completely different cards. And she's going to definitely feature the embossing folder and the die cutting. So the cards that we have for you today, actually, I'm going to leave these out because I told you guys early on that we're doing a little cheater on this. We are going to be stamping, and instead of me fussy cutting, I am going to be using this die. Now, here's the thing. Penny Powell says that Tigger has a Valentine's Day gift coming from Percy. Yay, I love it. So the one thing about these is you have to make sure the die, oh man, does it fit? Is it gonna fit? So this is only like 3 inches wide, you guys, and this little mini machine here is the die. I don't know if that die is gonna fit through there. It would help if I put that down. Oh, it will. Okay, it's just the right, it's just perfect. It's gonna fit like a glove, I bet. So we are going to use the dies though to cut that out. So, all right. The other thing that we're going to use today that we haven't used yet since these came out are these little mini blending brushes. So we have them, there's a set of, I believe you get a set of 3, and there's this new holder that they have in the mini catalog as well that you can use to hold your brushes. And so that's where I usually have these guys hanging out. But we're going to use these little babies. Sounds like cows running through here. He's so loud. So it's going to be very highly entertaining, you guys. Okay, so we're going to use these little mini brushes. So we're going to, which one do we want to start with? I think we'll start with this one. And we love the lime the best, so we're going to go with this order. Now, the only other stamp set that we did pull in, we pulled in this stamp set called Apple Harvest. It was in the Holiday Mini catalog, and it carried over to the new catalog. It's not in any catalog per se, but you can still get it. It's available for purchase in the online store. And we really liked this little hashtag thing. It's not a hashtag. It's whatever this diamondy, like backgroundy look is. So that does come from Apple Harvest. If you don't have Apple Harvest, it's okay. Find something else. There are these little flowers. You could always stamp these little baby flowers behind. You could stamp the orange slices. You could use anything else behind in case you don't have the actual Apple Harvest. It's just to give it a little bit of texture behind the back, the focal images here. And this one, you guys, is a fun fold. And so a little bit of a fun fold. It has this arm that flips up, and then we have that on the inside. All 3 of the cards that we're making today, they feature designer series paper from the Sale-a-Bration catalog. Hi, baby. They have oh man. Hang on. Okay, well, there you go. You're back there. Okay. He's officially in my light box, you guys. All right, so uses the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. And because this is a free paper during Sale-a-Bration, we used a lot of it, you guys. We put decoration on the inside of every one of these cards. So there's designer series paper on the inside here, and on each card it's going to be on the inside. So, all right, Tigger, you're going to go back on the floor, little boy. Okay. All right. So, oh man, I have Magic of TV. Oh, I forgot. Oh man, I didn't see these guys in the kit, and so I don't have to do any cutting out. Yay. Okay, but we're still going to do stamping. I just don't have to do any die cutting because it's done already. All right, so you guys, when you open up your kit, you're going to have lots of pieces. Lots of pieces. You're going to have 3 opal rounds, and so the opal rounds come on a sheet like this. There's two sizes. There's like a small and a medium, small and a large. So for every one of the cards, I tried to put 2 small and then a large for the bigger one. On this one, you're going to have a strip of paper across the front for your sentiment. You have a little piece of this organdy white ribbon. All you got to do is fold that in half when the time comes. You have 2 little slivers, 3/4 inch by 5 1/16 for your 2 sides. Your inside matting is going to be the white with the saffron. I see that I cut mine incorrectly for my sample, but that's okay. We can cut stuff, no worries. We'll bring the trimmer out in a second. This is another basic white with a saffron matte. You guys, this isn't a square. So it is longer and shorter on one side, and we have it set up that it's more vertical. So when you're looking at this, it may look like a square to you, but it's really not. It's like 1/8 of an inch shorter on one side. So that mat is for the outside. And then you have 2 mats that are for the arm. One is going on the outside, and then this other one goes on the inside. So those are some designer papers that are part of that dandy design. Your more saffron and white, you guys. So this is your basic mat. Here is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then this is just your next size mat down. And then you have an arm, what I call, it's like the flap or the arm. I did make a mistake on your kits. It's not a big mistake, but I have this, I did the exact same thing with the country bouquet kit, you guys. We cased that card to make this card, and when I cut these, I didn't cut off at 10 1/2. I didn't cut. So you guys are gonna have to cut a 1/4 inch off of this. So what does that mean? Let's see if I can find my little trimmer. When you guys are cutting, you don't have to. I talked to Karen Whitestein about it. So what we said is, if you leave it, when you fold it in half, you're gonna have white that goes up to the top, and you're gonna have white that goes down to the bottom, which isn't the worst thing. The only thing that happens then is you're going to want to take this designer series paper panel and cut it and split it so that it goes end to end. Okay, that's a little bit of work. You wouldn't have you couldn't do that on the inside because nothing's covering that up. But what I would recommend you guys do is get your cutter out, and you're just gonna cut off 1/4 of an inch off of the open-ended side. Don't cut the flap here. Don't cut the folded part here, but you're gonna cut off 1/4 of an inch. And when you cut that 1/4 of an inch, it's gonna nestle then right in between to have the yellow border on the top and the bottom. So that's what I would recommend. That keeps everything consistent. The tutorial does have it at 10 1/2. I just forgot to cut off that 1/2 inch on the bottom before I scored it. So had I cut off that 1/2 inch, I would have scored it at 5 1/4. But in my head, I scored it at 5 1/2, and that's how it goes. So just grab out your little trimmers and just cut off 1/4 inch. You know, either each side independently. So like you could cut 1/4 inch off and cut 1/4 inch, or if you hold it together, you could cut that 1/4 of an inch off at one time. Then you also have in your kit a little piece of white that looks like this size, and it's going to be for stamping the fruit on it. So that's what this is for. All right. So let's glue some pieces together because there's a lot of stuff going on that I think we can afford to get some stuff glued on so that we don't have so many pieces hanging around. We're gonna flip that one over, we can flip this one over, and we can flip these 2 strips over, and let's get glue happy here. All right, so this is that Dandy Designs designer series paper. It's a mega pack, so instead of 12 sheets, you actually get, I think it's at 48. I feel like there's 48 sheets in it. So this right here will go on the outside of the card. So this white piece, it's like the flap of the arm, I call it, I think in the tutorial. So you guys, just a note too, I have the tutorial for this class. I don't generally post my tutorials for my 3-card classes in my online store. I generally only publish the 4-card classes in there. It's a lot of work to create the back end stuff. And so if anybody ever wants a tutorial for the monthly class or the Let's Just Stamp class, just reach out to me and we'll figure it out. I do offer them for free with a purchase, or if you want to pay for them, we just figure it out outside of my website. All right, so these little strips are getting glued on like this. All right, so you're just gonna have the same amounts of white border around the edge, and now this will get flipped over, and this can get flipped over, and we'll get these both glued on, and we're getting like the core of the card put together. So just because it's a quote-unquote beginner's card class, it doesn't mean it's not amazing and awesome and full of layers and detail, because when we create cards, it's hard to just not, we don't do like 1 layer, 2 layer. It's like, let's see how many layers we get on this card. So we're just gluing these on. So at the moment we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers already. So, all right, so you can get glue happy. Now I think what we'll do is we'll take a break from the card and we're going to do a little stamping. So let's grab, so this one says, enjoy the sweeter things in life and sending you a big squeeze. Yes, Carol Alanis, I would bet you any money I would have extra of this class left. I do have 15 at the moment. So that is a huge number to have going into the start of a class. For me it is. Yeah, usually if I'm lucky I have only 4 to 5, but I wasn't sure how many to make. I didn't know if you guys were like this set so much. And I know it's very specific. So this says, have a zesty birthday. And then this one says, enjoy the sweeter things in life. So, but I took a chance. I'm like, oh, if they don't go in the next week, it's okay. If they go in the next month, it's okay. If they go in 6 months, they'll still be there in case anybody wants them. So this is going to stamp right on that sentiment strip. And there's that. And Carol, yes, the other thing we could do, Carol, because you're part of the customer swap, you always send me money for postage for your swaps. Then you wouldn't have to pay full postage for this. So postage for you guys when I mail out kits is $6. But when I can consolidate stuff, I take some dollars off. So Carol, instead of the class being 21, it would probably be 17. So like just $2 extra for shipping is what I generally do when we can consolidate stuff. All right, so then while we've got the Flirty Flamingo open, we're going to grab this piece right here, and I'm thinking we might just do the saffron first. So the outside of the fruit is saffron, and the inside is Flirty Flamingo. So we're gonna ink these guys up. There's 4 fruit pieces here, and there's plenty of room on this piece of paper. There should be. And then, yep. So I'm going to try it at second strength and just see what it looks like at second strength on the back. I was trying to make this one look like a grapefruit, you guys. So, and to me, that's super light, but maybe it's not the worst thing. All right, I believe, oh, we'll leave saffron open because we need that for the next one, for the little background stamp. So then we've got the fruit here that goes on the inside. It's like the meat. I'm going to do the full strength first here. And let's get one more inky up here. Put that right, kind of, if it's right in there, the center. But I'm going to see what it looks like at second strength on the back, just to see. It might be too light. And then now I've got an option of what I want to go with. So one of the things, people refer to that as strengths or generations or stamping off. So when you stamp something the first time, to me, it's called first strength. And when you stamp it the second time, I call it second strength. Some people say second generation. But I think I'll go with the darker ones. It's a little bit more pronounced. And then on this piece back here, we need to, as long as we have the saffron ink open, we need to put our little crosshatch things. And so that is from the Apple Harvest set. And what we're going to do, yeah, Cindy likes a full strength too. Good. That was, I guess, yeah, I love your feedback. So it's really hard to see the second strength. So we will definitely go with that. So I'm going to stamp this up here. And I'll do one more over there at second strength. A lot of it gets covered up, but it was just to fill in that little space. I might just put one over here and one over there as well. Okay, so I think that's it for that part of it. Now, the one thing that's gonna happen, if you can see a difference between these fruits. This, you see a lot of white in that inner area, but we didn't like that. We wanted it softer. And that's where these little mini brushes come in handy. So grab that Flirty Flamingo ink back, and you're gonna grab a little brush, a sponge dauber, whatever you want, but it does look softer when you take the blending brush or sponge dauber or whatever it is you want to use and add a little bit of pink to the middle. It takes that sharpness of the white away. You can see what's happening is it's just softening the white. So take and add a little bit of color. Try not to go outside of the yellow area because otherwise you will be seeing that. It's okay if you do, but it just softened it a little bit so it didn't look so white. That was our idea for that. Okay, we're done with that. Now, this is where, just to show you, because I got you guys probably excited about using the machine, so we're gonna use it one time just to show you how this works if you're just doing die cutting. So this little baby, the platform goes down, and then a clear plate goes down, and then what you're gonna wanna do is you line up your dies, and I can see here on this one, I missed part of it, and that's okay. I'll show you how to work around that. So then this goes in here. I'm a little bit afraid to put this in here without using tape. So I have low tack artist tape, and I think what we'll do is hold it up and get this situated. Like you start in one spot and then you look at it and you're like, okay, that's good, but then you got to make sure everything else looks good. It didn't move around on you. And then we got that taped, and I believe we said this should fit through here. So make sure everything's lined up good. And that's what using a die cutting machine is all about. Now, again, you might not have a machine to die cut, and that's okay. You would just use your scissors and fussy cut. And what happens then, get this moved. What happens is that now cuts that out for you. So you've got your pieces here. Well, I talked about this. If you're ever doing die cutting and you end up with the edge like that, all you have to do is take your paper scissors and round it. There's a lot of extra white that's hanging over here, so I'm actually going to take my scissors and round that off completely and just give it the assist. You'd never know that it was straight on that edge. Okay, so we've got the fruits of our labor. Thanks, Krista. The DSP is Dandy Designs in the sale-a-bration catalog. That is called the Magic Touch. Yeah. All right, so there's our fruit that we're going to use. And I'm actually going to use that guy right here. All right, so let's finish our bits of assembly. These two white pieces can get some liquid glue. So Kimberly, yes, I missed your comment. I'm so happy. I got some gals that are watching that are very helpful and are good at answering questions too. That's what I love about us. The tree ring die does not fit in the mini. No, that is a good point. Carissa, thanks for answering that. The tree ring die is, oh, I gotta cut mine. Haha. So my piece here for the inside is the yellow is right, but my white is a hair too long, and I should have remembered that. My little baby trimmer is over here. 1 second. Well, it was just here. So, one moment, please. I'm gonna just trim this off, you guys, just a hair. 1 second. So 5, it needs to be at 5. I think that is right. Nope, that's still not right. Okay, hang on. 5, I'm gonna do that. Should be right. Okay, you have to be very careful. If you have glue on before you glue. A guillotine cutter is a little bit easier than using the trap cutter, but now I've got it set just right. Okay. And that's why I don't always glue too close to the edge. If you glue too close to the edge too, you end up cutting that off and then you cut right through the glue. Okay, so that gets flipped over. We're gonna glue this on the inside. Jean, when I get up next time too, I might just see if I can go grab the tree ring dies if I have them in here. I know I have the embossing folder in here, but I don't know. My carryover items from the holiday catalog, I don't know if they're in here. They should be, but they're not, I think. All right, so let's grab, I've got some dimensionals here that I'm gonna use on the back side of this layer. And then we're gonna grab some tear and tape and prep one for later, and then grab another one for now. And I've got the ribbon just folded in half, and it's hanging out that bottom edge. So just fold that ribbon in half, attach it. I have it attached right underneath the word things, and I have them just kind of offset, and then grab that tear and tape and put it right over the top of them. So different types of adhesive that you can use in stamping. 1 second, we will call you back. So there's dimensionals. So on here right now, I'm popping up with dimensionals. Those give it a little bit of height. I use liquid glue a lot. I'm not generally a good one with tape runner. I've not been so successful with it, so I kind of stay away from it, but I know a lot of people use something like this for tape runner. We also, that roll that I just had out here was called tear and tape. That is a double-sided tape that you can tear, and then there's also like mini glue dots, and we'll be using those as well. So lots of different things that you can use to adhere your cards together. And so then this is gonna go, it's riding along the white edge here so that you see the saffron on the bottom here. And you gotta be careful not to put the dimensional too close to the end because it'll hang over the edge. So I'm actually gonna put a dimensional there, and I'm just gonna run them across the bottom versus putting them on my label, because then I don't risk them going over the edge. And I'm gonna just lightly set this on here. Now, if you are using a sentiment where it's shorter and you don't need it that long, you can always trim it a little bit. And I just set it there. I did not put pressure down, so I can still move it if I need to. I did notice on these that they do leave a bigger white border than normal. And if that's something that you don't like, just grab your scissors and you can always trim it a little bit so it's not as thick of a white border on some of these guys. So I'm gonna do that on a couple of these. Hi, Lynn Beasley, coming in late. Had an appointment. You, no problem. That's what I love about Facebook Lives. You guys, YouTube Lives, you guys. You can always catch the replay whenever it is convenient for you. So I am just gonna cut a little bit of this white extra stuff off. All right, so how I've got the fruit. This little fruit, it looks like a lemon to me at this point, but it's okay. I'm just putting that on the inside. And then I've got dimensionals for these other ones. So grab your little dimensionals, and I like to put them 2 at the top there. And then on this one, there's gonna be 2 that are about there. And then the one that is the biggest one, I'm gonna put 2 across the top as well. So when it comes to putting adhesive on your papers, or whatever it is that you're adhering, you can always do 2 different things. You don't always have to just do all the same thing. Hi, Vicki Eakins. I'm late to the party, so yep, perfect. The replay is awesome. Then we're gonna just put liquid glue on the other parts of these. And this bigger guy, oh, that moved on me, and that's okay. I'll put it right back there. This bigger guy is kind of hanging off the left and the top edges. You just see a little bit of the white. This one is hanging out over on the side like that. And then this one is like that. This card, these little candy, they look like candies to me. They look like the gummy candies that you could get. So now that everything is kind of set where I want it, now I'm gonna push those dimensionals down good so that they don't move around on me. And you guys should have 3 of the opal rounds in your kit. The big one I have it sent right in the middle of that one. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have any more opal rounds left. And so I think I have all big ones left. So I think I'll be waiting. I have more coming in tomorrow. So I'm going to put the big ones on the next two cards, but not the small ones. Okay. Did we want to Stella anything? Oh, we got to put our little inside guy in. So let's put some glue behind that. All three of these cards, we used the whole solid one as the inside piece, or on the inside. So that's just going to set right down in here. As long as you were stamping it, let's use it. And then this ribbon has little like flakes in it that are harder. So I'm actually going to use my paper scissors to trim this one so that it doesn't wreck my ribbon scissors. Sometimes they have ribbons that it's like little metal flakes in there. So, okay, and Stella-Elling, let's see what we can Stella. The designer paper, you guys, you can always Stella designer series paper. I wouldn't go to the fruit so much because you might risk making it bleed. You don't always want to do that. So, oh, hey, baby. Hey, baby. You gonna come up here? No, you're gonna be gun shy? Okay. We got one done, guys. Yay. All right, Tigger came out and had to make a little appearance next to my leg, but all right, we got one done. Yay. If you guys joined me a little bit late, just know that I did show off the cards for the next class, for the next Let's Just Stamp. All right, we're going to do the Orangelicious next. Orangelicious. Now, this is mango. I can honestly say that I've not used mango much in my life. It is a color that does not get used very often, and it was very nice to use mango for this card. I'm going to clean these up because we're going to be stamping them a different color. I see you. He's in the windowsill, you guys. So first, you guys, I've not ever had a cat in here the entire time I was doing a live. So definitely very interesting. I'm waiting for him to try to jump somewhere and knock everything down. That's what I see envisioning, or I envision happening. Okay, got those clean, so we're ready to go. This card looks like this. So nice little fold as well. The little flap here, it basically has a score line at 1 1/4, and it gets folded back. And then we've got that designer series paper on the inside here as well. And then we glued that little extra guy down there. Okay, another one where I don't think it hurts to get a little bit glue happy. Save your ribbon. Oh, you know what? Let's start with the ribbon actually. So you've got your card base. It's scored right in the middle at 4 1/4. So make sure you guys burnish yours. And then you've got it at 1 1/4 from the open edge. So that just folds back. I know, what am I doing, right? He says. And what's going to happen is we need to get the ribbon behind here. And then it's going to open like that. So we talked about let's do the ribbon first. So you've got 8 inches here. And you got to be very careful on how we do this. Because if you guys have gotten a class from me in the past, you know I'm very precise about ribbon. So we're going to cut that in half. And we're going to use half of it up at the top here and half, hi baby, half at the bottom. All right. Did you guys see his paw? There he is. He's playing around here. So let's put you back on the floor, buddy. All right, there's your little ball. Okay. All right, so there's 4 inches for the top and 4 at the bottom. So what are we doing? We call this the lamb technique. And there's 3 little loops here, and there's 3 little loops here, just to put a little bit of decoration. You guys, we try to, it's very rare that we don't put ribbon on a card. So you find, if you're new to me, you're going to see that it's almost on every card. It's very rare that we don't. So we're going to put tear and tape there. And we're going to save some for later as well. So we're going to put this on my hand here, like waiting in the wings. And pick that one off first. And what you're going to do is you're going to catch the end of the ribbon to that tear and tape. All right. And what you want, this is hard, for me this is backwards. It's like gotta be left-handed here. So this, you're gonna come down and make a little loop, and then catch that tear and tape, bring it back. So it caught the tear and tape right there, and make another little loop. Catch that tear and tape, and make another little loop. Now, there's a fine line on too big or not enough for your loops. If you have just enough to make 3 loops, and you might just have to make it a little bit less of a loop. And Karen Woods, I do have more of this one available, you betcha. So you guys see what I did is I kind of rearranged my loops ever so slightly, and I've got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And when you shut that, and if you're curious if it came down far enough, like 3 loops is basically what you need for that. Once you've got your 3 loops, you definitely want to put a piece of tear and tape over the top. So Karen Woods, yes, reach out to me. I know you just placed an order to get a class for free. I know you just signed up for ink, paper, scissors. We can get this one to you as well. And you're gonna want to peel off this other one next. And this one, start at the bottom, catch that ribbon with that tear and tape close to the edge, make the loop, again, not too big. And what you're gonna do here is make 3 little loops. And you basically end, the tail will end, what's left is not gonna be a lot, you guys, I'll be honest. We love to use ribbon, but we don't love to waste ribbon. And so then those are your 3 little loops. Yes, you could have done loops all the way behind here, but why? You don't see them. So now that you've got your loops, my tear and tape just did a not so good thing. I gotta get a little more tear and tape. It folded backwards on me. So we're going to add just a little bit more. Awesome, Karen, and thanks, Carissa, for answering. I appreciate that. This like this. Now, before we put this down, we want to make sure we get our other pieces, our layers put down. There's a white mat and a piece of designer paper. So again, all the paper for this class, you guys, was all from the Dandy Designs. All right, so we're gonna glue these 2 pieces to the card. And then the trick with this is I would put the white one down, and you wanna make sure you have the same amount of mango exposed on the left, the top, and the bottom. Don't worry about the right. Yes, less bulk when shipping it also. Good point, Jean. And now this one, you wanna just worry about the top, the bottom, and the left. Don't worry about the right. It's not gonna be the same. I cut these at 2, and actually Karen Wetstein helped me. Karen Wetstein to the rescue. Karen helped me cut the designer paper. This was at 2, and the other's at 2 1/8 because it was just easy for maximizing cutting. So what you're really worried about is the top, the bottom, and the left. Do not worry about that inside because it will get covered up, okay? So now that we have that, I think what I'm gonna do is finish off the tear and tape right here to help hold that down, and then I'm gonna go back to my liquid glue over here. And all you have to do is put this flat and let that adhesive stick. All right, then you've got this strip of designer paper in your kit. It's the back side of the stars. So that one's gonna go there, and then this one's gonna go right there. So let's go ahead. Oh, those are the reverse, look at that. Okay, the stars, we're covering up the stars. And you guys, anytime when you're doing a kit with me that you want to use a different, like the other side of the designer paper, here it's always whatever you want. It's your card. After you get your kit, you make it however you would like to. All right, so then that little strip is gonna go here, and that strip is just a 1 by 5 1/4, just like that. And then this one, decorate that inside. Hey, the paper is free, might as well use it. That's what we thought. All right, so far so good. We also in our kit have this, now this is a square. This is Flirty Flamingo in white, that mat. And then we've got a mat for our inside. And then we have a little strip for a sentiment, and we made this the birthday card. So let's go ahead and grab these pieces for stamping. And then also in your kit, you're gonna have another one of these pieces for your fruit. These are mandarin orange slices, you guys. All right, so grab this back. And we are going to do mango melody though. So this is mango outside and mango inside. Sometimes when I'm using a block that's a little bit bigger for me to hold on to, I sometimes will hold on to the stamp pad because it's a little bit easier to manage. So we're gonna ink up the outside rind for the fruit and put that right there. And then the inside as well. So let's put this here. It is very cheery, Cindy. I definitely agree. It's very bright and cheerful. They have purples and blues and greens, oh my, and yellows and orange as well, oh my, in the designer paper. So this is going to go, I should grab my little DSP sampler so you guys can see it. All right, so that goes in the middle. Boom, isn't that pretty? If you like citrus, this is a stamp set that you would love. All right, so I just happened to go to Florida at the end of January, and we had just made these cards, and it was super cool to have these. My aunt got to see them, and they're just fun because it's like Florida citrus to me. All right, we'll set that aside, and we're going to do our little sentiment. This one says, have a zesty birthday, which is that one. Ink this up and put that right on your little, so what's nice is that they're photopolymer, so you can see right through them. Photopolymer stamps are they're clear, completely clear. They have red rubber stamps that you can't necessarily see through them. Then we're gonna grab the little white piece, this little rectangle, and we've got our little hashtaggies, and they're in Flirty Flamingo as well. So I'm gonna put a couple there, and then I'm going to do a second strength one over on the side here. And we're gonna do one going up the side here. Oh, I hear them in the garage. And we're gonna do, let's see here, maybe do another one here. No, that's not what my sample has, but I thought, ooh, let's do another one. Off to the side here, and maybe another one right there. So we're just creating a little bit of texture on the back of where the fruit are gonna be. I think, sending you a big squeeze. We're gonna stamp that on the inside. And that is this one right here. So sending you a big squeeze. Can go right there. Perfect. I love it. We all need big squeezes, right? Has anyone created a bowl of fruit salad with this set? Ooh, good question. Yeah, doesn't it, Judy? It looks like you could just eat that orange. I definitely agree. Good question. Has anybody created a fruit salad with the set? That's the magic question we have to answer. So you guys, this is where you would take your dies and go ahead and cut them. But before you do that, remember what we just were doing with the other one. There's a lot of starkness. Like to me, it's white. It's very white. And the inside of an orange isn't white. So that's where it's good to let's color it in a little bit. So I've got my little baby blending brush. And we're just gonna soften that inside of that orange. You can see the before and after. You can see that, I think. Look at how soft that looks. It looks all orange on the inside where that looks very white. I guess if you like the white look, go for it. Nothing's gonna stop you. If you wanna leave it, leave it. But if you want it a little softer, definitely grab out a sponge dauber, blending brush, or sponges, or anything. Q-tips, maybe. Might be hard, but you could always try it. All right, and that was with mango. Hi, baby. Checking out what's going on, huh? Check it out, boy. Okay, let's flip that over. We'll flip this over. We're gonna glue those things down. Let's put this over here. Little liquid glue going here, and glue our white mats to our Flirty Flamingo mats. What you doing, baby? All right. This one can go onto here. Perfect. And then this one can go on to that one. We'll flip this over, and then that one will get dimensionals, but let's put this on the inside. Yeah, Flirty and Mango look great together, very cheerful and bright. And when you bring that Flirty mat on the inside, it pulls out all these flirty flowers that are on the outside. So for this and these fruit, we're gonna do the same setup as we did on the last one. We're gonna grab our little mini dimensionals and we're gonna put 2 on the long edge of these, little boy. And then 2 at the top of this one. We're gonna do 2 there. And then this one, now you gotta be very careful. You don't wanna put any adhesive right over here on that side that hangs over, but you wanna, like all I did is put dimensionals right down the middle here. So what does that mean? That means I put this here. Ooh, don't stick together. We're gonna put 2 next to each other there, 2 on, and I go right onto that flap. Don't go higher than the actual flirty piece. And now we're gonna set that on there. Baby, Tigger, I see you. Yeah, I gotta be very careful. I got lots of ribbon in this place. All right, so this will get set right on here. I centered it top to bottom, and I've got it so that I don't see a lot of white. Hi, where are you gonna go? Oh man, yeah, you think you own this place, don't you? He does, you guys. He thinks he's the king of the castle and that he rules the roost. And Tyler said it to him, said it to me. All right. So we're going to try to get our gluing done so that he doesn't come back and get his paw. So you guys, I was working out on my laptop in the mudroom last Saturday, so a week ago. And I did it because Honey was sick and I didn't want to leave her. She wanted to sleep in the mudroom. And so I worked in the mudroom because so that she could sleep in the box that she liked to sleep in. And he was out exploring in the garage, or I thought he was in the garage. So I shut the she shed door and it started working for like 2 hours, I don't know, a good hour, hour and a half on my computer. And all of a sudden I heard this noise, something falling. And I'm like, what is he doing? And I went to look for him. And here I had shut him in the she shed. And he was playing with my things that are hanging on the wall. And he had pulled something down. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Little turkey. All right, so I'm just placing my fruit down now on the edge like that. And then this one's gonna sneak in there at an angle. Make it look like it's resting right in front of it. And then this one will sneak him. Can't put him in the bottom corner. It would be, I think it would be too much, but if you like it in the bottom corner, you could always do that. I put this one in the bottom left corner, not the bottom right corner. All right, and then now, if everything is where you want it, that's where you could take and press everything down. And I've got one of my big opal rounds that I can put right in the middle of that one. But I'm going to save until I get my small ones tomorrow. I'm going to put 2 small ones in the middle of those fruits. And Stella. Oh, man. I'm going to just Stella a little bit of that white open area. You can Stella these flowers if you want. If you want, you could do all of that like this. Yeah, he does own it. He wiggles his hinder and has a little swag to him too. And he thinks he's the like cutest thing since sliced bread. I saw a coconut made with this set. Oh, that would be super cool. Making a coconut. You want an orange now. I know. Doesn't that make you just like, it comes to life. And that's what the embossing folder also then does. When you have this embossing folder and you would, after this is, let's see, where did I put the piece? Right here. If you would take and put this in here, like that. Okay, I don't know exactly how this would work, but I'm guessing that fits here like that. You could run this through the embossing folder like this, so it embosses them to give them texture, and then you could run the die through and then die cut them. I think if you, what I was trying to ask myself in my head while we were doing this, I wondered if it would work, and I don't know how. because you would want the embossing to go here, and then you would want the die cutting behind it. So, okay, like this, I think. This would go here, and then this would go here. I wonder if like that would be the $1 million question. So we're gonna do it, you guys. I'm gonna go grab. I need a big machine for this. So I made my layer, and I think that this is going to emboss at the same time it die cuts. So and they fit right in there. You can see. All right. So give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna go run this through my big machine, which is sitting over here. Tigger. Oh boy. That dust bunnies on me. Okay, so this was the sandwich I made. It's the gray plate. And then I had this underneath. And then it has the platform. The number 1 there. Okay, so you open it up. And bam, you've got fruit that is embossed and die cut at the same time. And now you can see there's texture on those slices. Super cool. All right, so there, that's how that works. Okay, we got 2 cards done, you guys. So let's work on our 3rd one. So it's really pretty. Again, I gotta just go back and embellish with a couple more opal rounds. Yes, Lynn, they look so good to eat. I definitely agree. All right, the last card is our Orangelicious card. So all of these cards had a different non-typical A2 style to them. So this one opens like this. It's like your hot dog style. And then this one had a fold back, the flap. And then this one was, they were all A2 in size, but they were all like a different type of a fold to them. All right, so then this one is it's featuring Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight. And let's grab, so you should have some ribbon. It's not gonna be enough to wrap it around and tie a knot, so I'm gonna show you how we gotta do that. And you've got lots of designer paper again, because if you guys look at the card, we did the opposite. So when you have it open like this, you see the stripes, and when you have it open like that, you see whatever that pattern is. All right, so lots of yellow and green. These 2 pieces, and then there's 2 pieces that have white mats to them. Those are for your outside. And then you have a piece of white and daffodil for your outside as well. Hi, baby. I know, squeaker, squeaker. What do you want, dear? Yeah, I know. Yeah, you want everybody to see you, right? Yep, Let's move it or lose it, Buster. Come on. There you go. Go play. Yep, All right, you should have a piece like this for your white, for the fruit. I have my Magica TV, did mine already. And you have your 2 mats for the inside, white and a Daffodil Delight. And then you have your Granny Apple. And what you guys are gonna wanna definitely do is score. I mean, it's already scored, but what you wanna do is burnish it. All right. Oh, dude. All right, we can get a little bit glue happy because a lot of the stuff is ready just to get put down. I'm gonna just check that real quick because I think we're gonna set this over here. We can glue this, we're gonna glue that. We're gonna glue, you guys, this is a lot, watch this, we're gonna make it happen. Just don't confuse these pieces. When you get your kit from me, you should have them like the white underneath. So we're gonna blast a lot of gluing, but I think we can make it work. All right, so let's do this one. This one. You can see these bright, cheerful colors coming through on this side too. They got some greens and yellows and blues, and we're gonna do this guy. All right, it was a lot, I know, but look at this. We're gonna put this guy on the inside. We'll add our white mat in a moment once we're done stamping it. And then this one goes on the top, on the inside. Like, oops, it wiggled. Let's get you back in order. And then that one goes on the bottom here. Yep. Okay. And then this one will go on the white mat. So we definitely liked popping out the color more by putting white mat underneath it. And then this one goes over here. All right. We can further glue by putting a little more adhesive on the backs of these white panels. And then one's for the top, and one is for the bottom. I don't use a lot of Granny Apple Green in my life either, so it was nice to be able to use some Granny Apple Green. I've been hearing the rumblings of a refresh happening this year, so a color refresh. Haven't heard anything other than that, you guys, so don't ask me if I know anything, because I don't. But I wouldn't hesitate to stock up on those colors that you know you want and can't live without. To me, a refresh means that they're going to be replacing colors, getting rid of colors, bringing back old colors. Honestly, I'm not sure what, but the only thing I do know for certain is that the in colors that are retiring are Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, and Polished Pink. And so if there's any one of those for sure, you could always get those now. I mean, there's only, the annual catalog retires, I think the first part of May, like May 2nd or 3rd or 1st. And that gives us March and April and half of February. So 2.5 months we have left on this catalog. So it's going to, stuff is starting to, gonna disappear and not come back. So if you're on the fence about stuff, it's time to make those decisions, or be okay with the fact that if you don't get it, it's gone, and that's okay too, right? They'll always be coming out with more fun, exciting new things. All right, so I think that might be that. Now, the bottom of this white piece is going to say, I wonder if I cleaned that one. Sure looks like it. All right, that's going to say sending you a big squeeze. And we're going to do that in the Granny Apple Green. I'll go right over here. Okay, perfect. Granny Apple Green, we'll leave that because we need our fruit that color. But underneath here, we have, in the background are this background stamp. So we're gonna do that in Daffodil. I'll put that right up there. Put one, let's go like that. Put another one over here. I'm gonna do a second strength one down there. Let's put like that. It's honestly just to make it so it's not so white. That's really what we're doing. Put one right there, just in case. The inside, we've got Thanks a Bunch, and that is also in Granny Apple. So let's pull our inside mat and do this. Hi, Carmen Sanders. Just got a chance to pop on for a bit. Great, I'm glad you could. Carmen, I have some Happy Mail coming your way. I don't know if you remember it, but I asked you what bundle you had on your wish list, and I have that bundle here, and I plan to mail it out on Wednesday, just in case. So Carmen, you guys helped me. She helped me a lot the weekend of the Winter Creative Escape, and so I got her a little present for helping. And so Carmen, in case you were wondering, I did not forget, it's coming. So I'll be popping that in the mail for you, I think on Wednesday. All right, we weren't done with our green, so let's pull the green back here because we need to stamp our fruit again. So I am going to flip that like this. The limes are so cool, you guys. So we have our mandarin orange, we have our limes, and we had our grapefruit. The only thing we really didn't do were lemons, but that's okay because we picked grapefruits instead. All right, so there's that one. It stamps so nicely, I'll be honest with you. They do stamp very nicely, which is a good thing. All right, here are these limes. Come into life here, look at them. Okay, so limes are not something I would just sit there and eat, but you know what? They would be great for margarita cards. or if you need to do shots of Padron, or and if you have a child that loves any sort of liquor that has limes in it, this could definitely be a set that got used for that. All right, and then we have our lime inside, so we're going to do a little bit of softening of the insides of our limes. Oh, sounds good, Carmen. We'll definitely talk before I mail it then. I can wait, and it's sitting here now. So whenever we get your classes figured out, I'll add it to whatever class package you have going out. Definitely. All right. So now you guys, what you could do is if you have the hybrid embossing folder, you could definitely do that die embossing and die cutting at the same time, or you can just leave it and do die cutting, or you can fussy cut. All right, so that I'm gonna set off to the side here and put this away. I think we're done with that and that. Let's get glue happy again. We can flip these two things over and we'll get that glue down and that glued on the inside. So that goes here. Isn't that so pretty and fun? Like you open it up and it's like, boom, there's more prettiness on the inside, and then it matches the outside so cool. I mean, it's very, we don't do that a lot where we put the designer series paper on the inside flaps of the card, but we thought, why the heck shouldn't we? Oh man, hang on. Don't put that down. I gotta show you what to do with the ribbon. Okay, so the ribbon is not long enough to go around and tie a knot. What you're gonna do is cut off as much as you need to tape your tails, and you're gonna end up with this little guy left. So hang on to him for a second. And I'm glad I caught this. Hi, Wendy Zill. All right, and then Zilly, and then let's see here. We're gonna put the tear and tape from Winnipeg. Very cool, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Wendy. All right, so you're gonna peel off that tear and tape, and then put that ribbon right above where the sentiment is. Make sure you catch that tear and tape on the back side. And then we're going to put another piece over the top and over the top. And I did realize that I did pop this up with dimensionals. So my glue is pretty much dried. I think what we'll do is let's pretend there's no liquid glue on the inside. We're going to put dimensionals down and pop the white layer up. So pick those backs off. And we're just gonna set that white piece right into this. I hope I didn't do, oh, I did good. I was like, I hope I didn't go too close to the edge, but it was all right. So that's on here now, popped up. It just gives it a little bit of height. And then when we put this on here, you can either pop it up or put it flat. But you don't want to put, hi Brenda Loveless, you just don't want to put any adhesive here, because otherwise it will be a trick card. So how I would do that is I would put 2 dimensionals near the bottom flap, and then on this one I would put 2 dimensionals near the top, along with 1 more near the middle. Just like that. And then you didn't risk going over the edge. And this is going to get centered right in the middle here. Top to bottom, left to right. And then same thing that happens with our fruit. I'm going to pop up near the top, and then we're going to glue flat at the bottom. So 2 at the top of the round one, 2 on the long edge of that diagonalish one, and then 2 at the long edge here. And then we can pick these off and prep the rest with liquid glue. And same thing with this. If when you cut this, you don't like all that white that's hanging off the edge here, there's a little bit more than what I'm used to having. You can just trim that. And these actually trim very nicely, or they would fussy cut very nicely. All right. Now we need our liquid glue. So So let's put liquid glue on all 4 of these guys. And the big one's gonna go nestled in that top left corner. And then that guy is gonna hang out like that. And let's see where this one sneaks in right there. If you need to move anything, you still have the ability to. And then that one goes on the inside. The lime is so cool. It looks like a real lime. All right. Now, is that what you like? If it's where you want it, great. If not, you can still finagle a little bit. But you have this little piece of ribbon left. And what you're gonna do is, it's called a faux bow. And so now you're gonna take that, you take the ends, and you're gonna just make a knot. And it's not even really a knot, it's just going one time. And get it exactly where you want it. And tug at it a bit. And now you can trim your ends. And then trim the other end. And we'll see what we can Stella on here. Again, I didn't use my ribbon scissors. I used my paper scissors on that one. And grab your Stella pen. Oh yeah, one more little gemmy here. I've got a big one for the inside of the big one, and then my small ones come tomorrow. So I'll go back and add more to that one later in life. And Stella-ing. Definitely go to town, Stella that designer paper. So the great thing about designer paper is it won't bleed when you go to Stella it. If you wanted to, you could just do the lines. Oh, you should do the whole thing though. Open that up and just go on the green. And Stella just adds a little bit of glitz to it. Okay, I think that's the last step on this card. All right, let's bring them back in. I'm curious. I know I saved my, I like the lime. There was just something about the lime that just looked even more real than the other ones. But there was, we've got the mandarin orange or whatever orange you want to think it is. And we have the saffron and brought in petal pink to make the grapefruit. And we got them all done. So, yay! Which one might be your favorite? I guess. Oh, so I do love grapefruit. I love eating grapefruit. I brought back some grapefruit from Florida, and I haven't in my fridge yet, which reminds me, I should go and eat some because I haven't eaten any yet. But the colors on this one though, the mango with the flirty are so pretty. This one, I love grapefruit and the softness of the petal pink and the so saffron. And then this one is just the lime speaks so much, like vibrance. I love it. So cool. And so we got through them though. So Sherry says, really cute fruit cards. And Cindy says, love them all. Can't pick a favorite. Jean says, very yummy. Love the cards. So yummy. Yay. So yeah. I know that there were a couple of you that were interested in this class. My email is here. My phone number is here. You can Facebook message me too if anybody wants to get in on these cards. They basically come with everything that you saw, except for I don't stamp anything. I don't assemble anything. So you'd get the paper as it was before it was stamped. And you get the ribbon, the embellishments, and everything in the kit, along with the envelopes. That's the only thing I didn't really show. Carol says all are her favorite. Yay! Perfect. Grapefruit and lime card hit the spot. They sure do. Oh, Susan said grapefruit. Awesome. Sherry Pyre loves all three. Yay. Cool, cool. I'm just doing a little cleanup on aisle 9 here so that it's done. We're going to do a little bit of, oh, Krista loves the grapefruit. Dawn says they are all really very cute. Good. Good, good. Well, that's what we go for, you guys. We like to have all of the cards being pretty and cute and nice and fun. All right, so we got these guys cleaned up. I think what we'll do, you guys, I'm a little, I think you can guess that I got a little backlogged. So that weekend I thought I was going to do mailing out cards. I didn't. I had Honey sick with me for the weekend. Basically, I sat with her a lot, and I haven't done the drawing for the cards yet. So for those that are new, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But for those that have been with me for a while, you know that I have cards that I give away usually at every class. And so they are backlogging. They're not going to not get given out or get winners. So they are. It's just getting caught up. So I have them all. So if you want a card from me back from December or January, just know I still know that you get a card. I have it here. It's in a box. It's in a tote. And I promise you, you will still get it mailed to you. So, but what I always have been doing, I've been keeping up with, you guys, is doing the drawing for the door prize winner. So when people place orders to get classes from me for free, they use a host code. A host code, and it helps you get a free class. If you use the current host code and you put it on before you submit your order, you can pick out a future class or a past available class. If you forget, you can call Stampin' Up! To have them add it. If you don't call Stampin' Up! To have them add it, then I might surprise you with a free class that is from a past class, not a future class, because I always like to clear out past classes as well, and I like to thank people for their orders even if they didn't use the host code. Using the host code allows you to pick out something in the future, generally. So that's cool. But just the host code is always found on my website in case anybody needs to place an order to get any Stampin' Up! Products. As long as the order is over $45, it does qualify for a free class. If it's over $50 right now, it's sale-a-bration. So you get a free sale-a-bration item, which is cool. All right, so I did put my numbers down, and I had 11 people place orders for this class to get it for free. So I'm going to do a little door prize drawing to see who is the lucky winner of a little prize from my stash. So let's get to random number generator, and I'll flip the camera down. So let's put in number 11. So I'm going to show you here, I'm going to hit the word generate, and it's going to show me a number, and the number is 9. 9 is Cindy Runtree. Yay, Cindy! You are number 9, and so I'm going to circle your name. And what happens then is when you win a door prize from me, I mail it with your next class package or package I have going out of card kits for you. So that's how I do that. No, Jean Maxwell, I have not done the scavenger hunt. I had every intention to do the scavenger hunt last Wednesday. It's ready to go. With honey passing on Tuesday, I was a basket case all day Wednesday for the most part. And most of the day, all day Thursday until I had class. And you guys, if you saw me on class for Thursday night, you saw that I came into that class pretty much bawling. And I bawled for probably 15 minutes with you. Friday did not work because I went to go pick up my brother at the airport. My brother went to Iceland, you guys, with a couple of his friends, and he needed my mom to take him, and my mom didn't want to go by herself to Chicago, which I completely get. It's a lot to drive by yourself and to get to the terminals correctly, so I went with my mom to go pick up my brother. So Friday was kind of out of the question, and then the weekends, I try to not to do lives on the weekends if I can stop, if I can avoid it pretty much, because I had classes. First of all, I had 2 classes on Saturday, and then we had friend stuff all weekend. So no, Jean, I haven't. That was the long answer. You guys, I know I'm very transparent. So that's the long answer. So what do I have in my head? I know that tomorrow is a big kidding day for us tomorrow. We have 3 classes we're kidding up, and then Wednesday morning is a shipping day, and then till class. I have class at 1 on Wednesday in person, and then I have a window between finishing class on Wednesday, which is about 3:30, and having my next class at 6. That's what I have pegged in my head to do the swap card showcase and the scavenger hunt, top fan drawing, class card challenge, the monthly card challenge. So classes at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We wrap up around 3:30. If I can get live by 4 and go live till 5:30, that's my plan. So again, don't hold me to all those times. And if for something things happen, things come up, if something happens and comes up, I will definitely do it on Thursday. So I definitely have it on the radar to have it done by Thursday. So yay, but good question. I know others are inquiring and want to know that too. So yeah, so it should be good though. So either Wednesday between my classes or Thursday, I will get the scavenger hunts and swap card showcase in for you guys. So yay. All right. My mom says that if it doesn't get done till tomorrow, it's okay. You guys understand, and you do. So that's great. I appreciate that. if you guys have any questions or need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. For those on my team, I've already added the tutorial to the website, not to the website, to the Facebook group. So if you're on my team, every tutorial that I do via online is always added to a file section in my team Facebook page on Facebook. So just know that if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, I just uploaded it right before class. So that is out there now as well. And I also email it to everybody on my team right before class too, like a couple days before class. So everybody on my team should have access to this tutorial now. So it's out there. And yeah, I don't know. I think I got more paper to cut, you guys. I've got about 3 hours before class starts, and I've got lots of paper to cut to get ready for kitting tomorrow. So don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. And I will be getting through emails as quickly as I can over the next 2 or 3 days. So, okay. Well, thanks for understanding, Jean. I appreciate it. I know the question comes out more of like, when is it? Or when, people don't want to miss things. I get it. So, so you want to make sure you don't miss it. And so I haven't done it yet. So that's a good thing. By Thursday, though, when I have my next class, you guys, what is class on Thursday night? Oh, monthly class. Let's show you what I got Thursday night. I'm going to flip the camera back down and share with you the cards. Hang on, you guys, 1 second. We have another class on Thursday night. It's called the monthly card making class. And we're going to be making three cards on Thursday night featuring Beautifully Happy and the Favored Flowers designer paper. So that's one card for Thursday. And then the Ginkgo branch is the other card. And all you need is a sentiment for that. And then I've got that on the inside. And then this one is a fun fold featuring Dainty Delights and a sentiment from Something Fancy. And that opens like that. And then made it a thank you. So this is what's Thursday night at 6 o'clock, you guys. I do have kits left of this class as well. I'm going to put it out there too. Anybody who just got this class from me and you got it mailed, we die cut the wrong label size here. So I'm going to have to send out a quick email to everybody by tomorrow, just letting everybody know that the label is the bigger size. If you have the smaller label, you could always just die cut the smaller label right in it, or you could always trim. It's too big is what it is, and so you cover up more of your frame than you want to. So just putting it out there, if you did get this monthly class from me, that label in the background here is just a hair big. So, all right. Thanks, Sherry Pyre. You really put a lot of love into all that you do and treat your followers with such love and care. I do. You guys are why I do what I do, because I love to bring happiness and joy and sunshine and love to everybody, because we don't have enough of it in this world. And so why not spread it as much as we can? Hi, Yvonne Cooper from Spring Hill, Florida. You guys, congratulations to Yvonne Cooper. Yvonne just joined Penny Powell's team. And Yvonne is a Be Happy Stamper now. Yay to Yvonne. And also we have another gal that joined Penny Powell's team. Marsha Boucher just joined as well. So Penny Powell's rocking it, you guys. She's got 2 new gals that joined her team since January 5th. So that's super cool. So congratulations to Penny for having 2 gals on her team. And congratulations to Yvonne and Marsha, who are now Be Happy Stampers through Penny. Yay. So sharing the love of the team. I love it. Yeah, we also, you guys, we've had a lot of newbies in the last month and a half, and it's been amazing that the team is growing. So very cool. All right. So I think that I might have gone through everything that I want to. I always feel like I forget something, you guys, you know that. So I always ask you, what did I forget? So yay. So, if anybody has anything that they need or need help with or have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Yeah, have a good day too, Judy Immel and everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Make it a good one. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs, you guys. I'm going to count to 5, and once I'm done, then I'll end it there. But pretty much anybody, I do that because the video sometimes cuts out early on me. So, all right, love you guys. Talk to you later. See you later. Bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and signing off.